It's a kind of magic. The kind of magic where Sir Anthony Hopkins and his ventriloquist dummy are embroiled in a tale of love and death. 1978's Magic is a must-see member of the scary dummy subgenre, which is no surprise given the talent involved. With Richard Attenborough on directorial duties, writer William Goldman adapting his own novel, and a cast as stacked as this, boasting the enormous skills of Hopkins, Burgess Meredith, and Anne Margaret, this film holds all the cards. A shy, introverted magician named Corky, played by Hopkins, is struggling with his very low-level act. Poor performances bruise an already fractured sense of self-confidence. When Corky decides to spice up his tricks, with the added help of a squeaky-voiced, foul-mouthed dummy named Fats, the nervous man finds himself hurtling towards stardom at a rate he is not at all comfortable with. His agent brings him the promise of a pilot special, but with that comes the threat of a routine medical exam. Corky fundamentally refuses the medical checks on the basis of vague principle. The cracks in his fragile demeanour bursting through.
There's no problem!
He goes off the glid to his hometown and decides to check in on his old crush, played by Anne Margaret. Wouldn't you know it, a romantic connection hovers between them, but the dummy doesn't take too kindly to Corky's new favourite person. Attenborough and Goldman are experts at their craft and know how to bring a story to life.
Spared no expense.
An early scene sees Corky relaying the events of his first solo performance to his dying mentor. He happily tells the old man how well it went. Every move and trick delivered as intended, every reaction from the audience genuine and engaged. Frequent cutaways reveal the hollow truth, however. Corky's act was a bigger bomb than Hiroshima. Starting the movie in this fashion establishes the themes of truths and lies. What is real, and what is not. A running question throughout the film is whether Fats is alive, or if Corky has just taken a terrible dive off the deep end of mental health. Many find the concept of strange dummies naturally scary, but the filmmakers do a sublime job of making Fats both an amusing entertainer and an uncanny source of unease. The sex scene is a memorable example. What begins as your standard orchestra-accompanied Hollywood-style love scene suddenly takes a dark turn, cutting to footage of Fats in the next room, seemingly stewing in aggressive envy as the sweeping score is tainted with discordant instrumentation. On top of this, the cast is as phenomenal as expected. Anne Margaret absolutely sells the notion of a trapped housewife whose giddy side has just been waiting and waiting to break free, with childhood friend Corky sparking the fuse. Burgess Meredith is a joy to watch, as the smooth, confident show business agent. But what could be a role that remains as parody or stereotype, and was indeed fashioned off of Golden Age talent agent Swifty Lazar, is given an emotional underside as the character realises the extent of Corky's troubles. Meredith takes it slowly and softly, as you scream at Corky to just accept his help. And of course, Hopkins is
Sensational.
There is no doubt that the man could be very unhinged, 1 minute enjoying a very believable chemistry with the love interest, the next revealing a terrifying withheld rage, 1 minute delivering some humorless monologues, the next slipping into a sad portrait of a soul that is beyond redemption. There were many options floated about to play the lead, from De Niro to Gene Wilder. Of all the choices, Jack Nicholson is the most intriguing to me. Certain scenes echo the domestic flit of Jack Torrance, and there's no denying that a dummy inspired by Nicholson's face would be even more disturbing, with the most arched wooden eyebrows you've ever seen. Anyway, he turned it down because he didn't want to wear a hairpiece. Fair enough, I guess. However, I think casting Hopkins was ultimately ideal. He can deliver the menace, yes, but here he manages some boyish qualities that greatly serve the nature of the character. Magic inevitably makes me recall the famous dummy segment from Dead of Night, and makes me wonder, was that an inspiration here for Goldman and friends? The wheel of inspiration is ever turning, as magic itself has been cited as a key reference for R.L. Stein's Goosebumps, specifically the evil dummy Slappy, which became perhaps the series' most recognizable monster. Check out magic, but if you have any dummies lying around your house, maybe it's a good idea to safely lock them away first.